Nearly 100 years after our establishment, Anglo American is now one of the world's largest global mining companies. And even as we diversify across the globe, we have never forgotten our origins.
Our aim is to do business in such a way that we leave a lasting impression in and around the communities where we operate. And that is the philosophy that we've been applying throughout the years that we've been here in South Africa.
Our employees remain our most valuable asset. Our management reflects the diversity of our nation, and the health and safety of our employees is of paramount importance. But to make a real and lasting difference, we knew we had to reach out and empower the men and women within and around the communities in which we operate. There are many challenges facing developing countries like South Africa. Poverty remains a major concern. Unemployment rates are high, with a lack of viable and sustainable job creation. By nurturing the next generation of businesses, we can begin to address these issues. But many of those entrepreneurs with a dream of starting their own businesses, armed with a tireless work ethic and self-discipline, lacked one vitally important element: funding. Without financing, no business can get off the ground. And without any viable equity or assets, like their own home as collateral for instance, financial institutions are reluctant to supply financing. Our answer was Zimele, the enterprise development arm of Anglo American. Long before it was mandated by Parliament to do so, we were actively investing our energy and resources into the development of emerging black business.
Zimele helps all entrepreneurs that it supports stand on their own feet. And this is derived from the word Zimele, which means to stand on one's own 2 feet. Now, the way we do it is, first of all, by providing finance to the enterprises. But that's not the end of it. We then follow that up with what we call an incubation process, which actually involves supporting and mentoring the entrepreneurs and helping them understand how to manage and to run a business.
The success of the Supply Chain Fund was the catalyst for the creation of 3 more funds: the Anglo-American Kula Mining Fund, the Community Fund, and the Olwazini Fund.
We give our mining communities access to finance if they have viable business opportunities. That in itself helps to create and sustain many jobs. We're putting money back into our communities, our mining communities where we are mining.
But an important component was missing from our fund portfolio. We needed a fund that not only reflected Anglo-American's commitment to the environment, but also South Africa's commitment to creating a greener economy. The answer was the Zimele Green Fund, with a committed initial investment of 100 million rand. The fund will empower and encourage entrepreneurs to operate in the green economy. It will target investment opportunities that mitigate carbon, reduce energy and water consumption, as well as improve waste and emissions management.
Climate change poses a huge risk to us, but it also brings with it opportunities. And there's a lot that we can do to mitigate the threats of climate change, and this is what the Green Fund is all about.
Meet Stephen Anthony Kakora of Masakane Consulting and Projects. His company buys recyclable material, ferrous and non-ferrous metals, plastic, glass, and in the very near future, paper.
I started my business in 1996, but I struggled to get funding. And in 1999, I got funded by Zimele, and then I started my business.
Business has grown steadily since then, with 5 permanent employees on the payroll.
The difference Zimele made in my life is very huge, because they created for myself some income and also an opportunity for my employees to be employed with me. And also through the activities that we are doing, we are able to contribute to the environment.
Stephen's goal is to grow the business in a national concern and eventually go international. This is Maureen Kwebu. She's the name behind Sicelo Trading Enterprises. They specialize in waste management and plant hire. Contracts with local municipalities allowed her to grow her business initially, but it wasn't until Zimele's involvement that a business really took off.
Since Zimele's involvement, we've bought ourselves a 30 cubic truck, a front loader and a TLP. They've also introduced us to the bookkeepers that helped us in keeping our business records straight.
Zimele has helped Maureen expand to include a plant hire business, and she now has 15 permanent employees. She's also giving back by sponsoring community projects and donating to the local children's home.
Our business goals for the future is to see ourselves having grown in such a way that we're running our own recycling company and also controlling and running the landfill.
Meet Irvin Kagisho Sibugodi of Rikaeletsi Cleaning Related Services. They specialize in vegetative clearing and gardening services for both individual households and corporate organizations in Kimberley and its surrounding areas.
Since Zimele's involvement, they assisted me with finance, where I was able to buy my equipment and my transport. And as I stand now, I'm doing work for 2 projects with the PS. Clearing of alien vegetation and garden maintenance.
Irvin now employs 26 people and is looking to expand his business throughout the Northern Cape, creating sustainable employment throughout the whole region. These are just 3 examples of how the Green Fund can change lives while creating sustainable green solutions that ultimately benefit Anglo-American and South Africa as a whole. Anglo-American Zimele is giving people the tools to empower themselves. It is not only about social responsibility and creating green solutions, it is a viable business model. They are no longer just suppliers or customers, they are part of Anglo-American.